All right. Namaste, yogis. Welcome to your lunchtime practice. It's short and sweet. Keep in mind that short does not necessarily mean fast. So it's just a very short body awareness movement for creativity, for fluidity, for connection. Keep in mind that as we move through this practice, think about the breath expanding, so the movements become a little bit slower and a little bit more deliberate, so we can find this connection, awareness, and create the communication from the body to the mind. So let's start at the front of our mats. Big toes together if that's comfortable. If not, maybe separate the feet just a little bit. Bend and straighten the knees to awaken the legs. Draw your ribs and belly in just a little bit and draw the tailbone down as you engage the belly to support the lower back. Lift the heart, soften the shoulders, wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists, and then move the head a little bit from side to side. Chin up, chin down. We hold so much stress and tension within the jaw, upper back, and chest, especially during these times that we're sitting at our desks. So we're going to work a little bit through the arms, shoulders, chest. Hands come together, thumbs towards the heart, gaze over the fingertips, and on your inhalation, reach your arms up. Lift your chin, lift your gaze, feel extension through the side body. And on the exhalation, hands come through heart center. A little bend in the knees, fold forward. Release your arms, tuck your chin. Soften in this forward fold here for a moment. Bend and straighten the knees. Could be right knee and left knee separately or together. Get a sense of the lower back, the glutes, the connection of the hamstrings, the backs of the knees and calves. Soften the toes. Tuck the chin as you feel the blood rush to the brain. And on your inhalation, come halfway up, flatten your back, lift your chin, lift your chest. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, right foot steps back, right knee drops, right toes point, hands come up left thigh. Hips sink forward and down till you feel something in that right hip flexor, and make all of your adjustments as you kind of feel what's going on. So left knee doesn't pass the left ankle, hips are pretty square to the front of the mat. And as we sink the hips forward, ribs and belly draw in and draw that tailbone under. Drop the hands, give them a little shake, roll the shoulders, and then interlace your fingers behind your back. Squeeze the shoulder blades, straighten the elbows, lift the heart, lift the chin and chest. So this is a counter pose for all those yogis out there that have to sit all day long at their computer, and it's so hard to keep that spine long and the heart open. So we're just giving ourselves a little counter pose through all that work. Nice. Exhale, release your arms. Give them a little shake, hands down. Roll over your right toes, lift your right knee. Left foot steps back into plank. Spread your fingertips nice and wide. Drop your knees down. Lift your feet up. Roll your ankles, wiggle your toes, flex the feet. Rotate the creases of your elbows forward and lower nice and slowly all the way to the ground. Once you're there, point your toes, press the tops of the feet and the hips down. Lift the chin, lift the chest, lift the hands. Feel a little bit of warmth in the lower back as the elbows just kind of hug the ribs. Exhale, hands down, heart, chin, chest down. Inhale, table pose, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Press your right hip out as far as you can go. And then shift your hips forward and back, so towards the heel and then towards the right hand. Just kind of feel the hip move in its socket. Back to center, left hip presses out. Go as far as you can. You're going to feel it in that left glute. And then draw the hips back and forward. Think fluidity, think ease. Back to center, belly drops. Pull the heart through the arms, lift the chin, lift the chest. Cow pose. Give yourself a moment here as you wag from side to side, kind of like showing off what the spine can do. Exhale, cat pose, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone, maybe press the tops of the feet down, and once again you can wag the tail a little bit here. And let's do it one more time. Inhale, belly drops, lift the heart, chin and chest. Exhale, round and squeeze. Roll over your toes, lift your knees, lift your hips, down dog. If it's your first down dog of the day, Focus on the spine being long, scooping the tailbone up, hands are pushing down and forward. From here, invite the right heel towards the floor and then the left heel towards the floor. It's almost like you're pedaling a bicycle. You can even wag the tail a little bit from side to side to get some awareness of the hips, lower back, and glutes. And then when you're ready, come onto your toes, bend your knees, look forward, and then walk the feet to the hands. Inhale, come halfway up as you flatten through the back, lift the chin and chest. Exhale, fold forward, tuck the chin, release the head. Inhale, nice and slowly, come all the way up. Arms reach up, lift the gaze. And then right hand grabs left wrist, pull up and over to the right. Little gaze underneath that left arm as you press the left hip out. The weight is in the heels as you soften the toes. Inhale back to center, palms face one another. Left hand grabs right wrist, pull up and over. Ease into that pose, gaze underneath the right arm. Push the right hip out, maybe even press through the outside of the right foot. Inhale back to center, lift the gaze, maybe a little back bend if you feel like you need it. Hands come through heart center, a little bend in the knees, fold forward, release your arms, tuck your chin. A breath or two here in this forward fold. It really addresses lower back, hips, hamstrings, and if we're sitting at a desk all day, these areas of the body really need attention. Inhale halfway up, flatten the back, lift the chin, lift the chest. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, left foot steps back, left knee drops, left toes point. Hands come up to the right thigh. If you have any sensation in that left kneecap that's uncomfortable, slide something soft underneath it. Ribs and belly draw in, hips sink forward till you feel something in that left hip flexor, and move that right foot around so you're nice and stable. Drop the hands, give them a little shake. Let's interlace the fingers behind our back again. Let's see if we can bring the opposite thumb on top so it feels a little different. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, straighten the elbows. Maybe the wrists kiss, maybe not. Arms could come off the lower back until you feel like it's enough. Lift the chin, and if you're doing any sort of a back bend, it's mid to upper back rather than low back. So we're still drawing that tailbone under, lifting the chin and chest, and to activate your left leg, press the top of that left foot into the ground. Relax the jaw. Exhale, release your hands. Hands come around that right foot as you roll over your left toes and step your right foot back. So you can do the same thing we did last time. Knees, floor, cobra. That felt good. Do that again. If you want a little bit more power in your practice, just lower halfway down so the elbows touch the ribs. Roll over the toes for up dog through chaturanga dandasana. And then if you need to pause and table, go right ahead. Give yourself around a cat-cow. If the body's feeling already pretty warm and good, you can skip table, go right into down dog. Keep in mind that your practice is creative. It's intuitive. So I don't necessarily need you to follow every asana I give you. If there's something that your body is asking for, by all means do that. If you're brand new to yoga, make sure it's really soft, take lots of breaks, and really pay attention to the sensation in the body. There should never be any force, and there shouldn't be anything that's really uncomfortable, or better yet, there should be no pain in the body. All right, however you want to get your feet to your hands, you can walk, you can step, or you can float. And then inhale, come halfway up, flatten the back. Exhale, fold forward, tuck the chin, release the head. Inhale, slowly bring yourself all the way up. Arms reach up. Let's keep moving. So let's take the right hand to the right hip. Side bend to the right. Slide the right hand behind the back. The hand can find like the waistband, or it can come all the way around this left hip. And you're going to look underneath your right shoulder. Draw your right elbow back, and you're going to start to twist to the right. Your gaze is underneath the right shoulder towards the left heel. And then just bend your left elbow so this left hand can find the right ear. And then you're going to squeeze your shoulder blades together. So you got a twist, you got a side bend, and you got a heart opener. It's like a triple bonus. Win, win, win. Always a great way to do asana. Inhale back to center, arms reach up, press the palms together for a second to feel the power of the shoulders, and then left hand to left hip. Right arm slides up and over. We're going to ease into this side. So left hand slides behind the back, maybe around the right hip bone. Left elbow draws back as you twist to the left. Gaze underneath the left shoulder towards the right heel. Right elbow bends, cradle the head. Shoulder blades squeeze together, so you got the twist, you got a little bit of the side bend and then the right ribs, and you got that heart opener, shoulder opener. Oh yeah, it's a doozy. Nice, come back to center, arms reach up, press the palms together. Hands come through heart center, a little bend in the knees, fold forward, release your arms, tuck your chin in this forward fold, bend and straighten the knees, find out what you need. And then inhale, halfway up, flatten your back, lift your chin, lift your chest. Exhale, fold forward, plant the hands, right foot steps back. Take that right foot a little out to the right as you swivel and ground down through the back foot. Warrior one, arms reach up. Let's keep the shoulders soft. You know, we work so much at the desk. We're going to keep those shoulders down and away. Elbows maybe a little bit bent. Pinkies are forward, thumbs are back. And then let's bend the elbows, hands and elbows draw back. Let's take the right elbow underneath the left elbow, and you can either grab your shoulders, or if you're a little bit more flexible, you can take the right hand and grab the inside of the left wrist. So the thumbs are at the face, the pinkies are forward, eagle arms. No matter where you are, the elbows are coming up, so the triceps are trying to get parallel to the floor. The shoulders draw down and away from the ears, and if you do have the hands, they can draw a little bit away from the face. Now for a little bit more, well, keep in mind, you can stay right here, right? Bending, straightening the left knee. I want to give you a little bit more of an option here. You can hinge forward so the elbows come over that left knee. Now for balance, bring the weight to your left foot and take your right foot up off the ground. You can still stay here, right? Right knee could come towards the elbows, and you could stack right knee on top of left knee. If you do this, squeeze the ankles together so you're moving everything in towards the midline. And then you're going to lift your shoulders up so they start to come over the hips. You're going to lift your elbows up, and the hands come away from the face. So a lot of work here in eagle pose. Tuck in the tailbone, taking the curvature out of your back, sinking low into your chair. Now everybody, no matter where you are, we're going to find our way to warrior two. So we're going to unwind everything, and we're going to step that right foot back if it's not there already. And the arms open up nice and wide. Follow me on that one? Hope so. Swivel your palms up and down. If not, just get there. Warrior two. Bend and straighten that left knee and find out where it moves. Right? Does it track right along the ankle, or does it move in? We want to keep this pelvis open, shoulders open. Swivel your palms up and down, move the shoulders, and then take your right hand to your right hip. And a little bit of pressure there as you feel the right groin. Swivel your left palm up and over as you ease into reverse warrior. Now your gaze can be underneath that left tricep up towards the ceiling, or maybe down to that right big toe. Give yourself one more deep full breath here. And on your exhalation, take your left forearm to your left knee or thigh. Slide this right hand behind the back as you draw this right shoulder and elbow back. Invite the left knee out towards left pinky toe. And then extend your right arm straight on up. Swivel your right palm towards the front of the mat and extend that right arm over your right ear. Big inhale, slow exhale, feel it all. And then look down to your left big toe. Take your right hand down, roll onto your right toes, and step your left foot back about halfway. And then swivel all 10 toes out to the left. So you're on the outside of the right foot and rooting down through the left foot. Push down through the left foot, lift your hips up towards the ceiling, and then take your left arm up and over your left ear. So the left side body is like a crescent moon. On your exhalation, take your right hip, lower it towards the floor, and take your left arm and reach it back towards the back of your mat. Nice. Press down through the outside of the right foot, up and over. Keep pressing down through the left foot. And then exhale, lower the hip down. This is my best side for video, by the way, my back. One more time, press through that left foot, reach up and over. Look down, left hand comes down, left foot steps back. Yogi's choice. You can go right into down dog. You can move through a chaturanga dandasana, or you can go knees, floor, cobra. You can stop in table pose. You can even ease into child's pose. Find the one that's working for you and give yourself 3 of the deepest, fullest, most mindful breaths you have taken in the last couple days. The exhalation is letting go of any of the attachments that you may have, any of the bad habits you want to get rid of. The inhalation is inviting something new into your life. All right. Walk, step, or float, feet to hands. Inhale, come halfway up, flatten and lengthen. Let's do the other side. So bend the knees, plant the hands, left foot steps back. Swivel and ground down through the back foot. Arms reach up. Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1. Shoulders are square to the front of your mat. Left hip is drawn forward, left heel is drawn back. Right knee is bent, but it doesn't pass the ankle. And find it, so you can kind of move it around. Elbows bend, hands and elbows draw back like you're squeezing the shoulder blades together, opening up through the heart. And then let's take the left elbow underneath the right elbow. Same options, you can grab the shoulders. You may be able to grab the hands in one side and not the other. Fairly normal. And if it's available, left hand grabs right wrist. Elbows are up, shoulders are down. If you have the hands, they come away from the face. Once again, you can stay in this posture right here. So the transition would be when we eventually get there to warrior 2, but if you want that extra bonus of eagle pose, come forward, come off that back foot, and then left knee towards the elbows, so round through the spine, and then left knee stacks on top of right knee, squeeze the ankles together, and then very slowly lift the elbows up, shoulders are down, and then once again, tuck the tailbone, sink low into your pose, and if you stumble around like this, it's practice of mastery. I just wanted to aim at the camera. All right, as mindfully as you can into warrior 2. Unwind everything and step that left foot back and then adjust your stance, all right? I never expect you to step right into the pose and freeze, right? Practice is malleable, mind is malleable. All right, left hand to left hip. Swivel your right palm up. Press a little bit with the left hand. Soften the left groin. Right arm reaches up and over. Reverse warrior. The more you reach with your right arm, the more you sink low into that right knee, and the more you'll feel it in the right ribs. The gaze again underneath that right arm or down to the left foot. Keep pressing on this left hand. Another little bonus in this left hand, you can massage with that left thumb right in that crease of that hip. Ooh, it's a good spot. All right, extended side angle, right forearm to right knee or thigh. Draw that left hand behind the back so you can open up through the heart and pelvis. And then the right knee presses out towards right pinky toe. Extend left arm up and swivel the palm towards the front of the room. Extend that left arm over that left ear. Little gaze underneath that left arm. All right. Look down to that right big toe. Left hand comes down. Roll onto the left toes. I'm going to switch around so I can look at the camera this time. Step your right foot back about halfway. Swivel all 10 toes out to the right. Reach your right arm up and over your right ear. Press down through the right foot. Lift your right hip up towards the ceiling as far as you can. And then lower the left hip down. Let it hover off the ground. Right hand reaches back. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, reach up and over. Oh, oh, oh. Exhale, lower down. This is really good for the strength of the left arm and obliques, side body. One more time, reach up and over. And then swivel that right palm all the way down. Right foot steps back into plank, yogi's choice. If you want to do a couple yogi push-ups, go right ahead. Chaturanga Dandasana, knees floor cobra. Eventually finding yourself into down dog. And then you're going to pedal feet and knees. You're going to walk the toes a little closer together. You're going to lift your right leg up to the sky. And then bend your right knee and stack the right hip on top of the left hip. Take your right knee towards your right arm. Maybe it touches, maybe it doesn't. Inhale, send it up. Bend open and stack, right hip on top of left hip. Right knee to left arm underneath the body. Maybe it touches, maybe it doesn't. Inhale, send it all the way back up one more time. Bend open and stack. And then right shin forward for pigeon, right side. Right foot is in alignment with left leg. And then that left leg draws back. The right hand can do a little external rotation of the right thigh. And then soften the elbows down. A little shift from side to side. You're just kind of finding the squareness of the hips. So the bones that are in front of the pelvis, these hip bones, square to the floor. That'll take your lower sacrum and make that square to the floor. If you're not feeling enough in the right hip, you can start to scoot your right foot a little bit closer towards the front of your mat and then drop the left hip bone again. Sensations, right glute, right hip, right side of the back, maybe right hamstring, maybe left hip flexor, the top of the left thigh. One more deep full breath. And then hands under shoulders, gently lift yourself up. Roll over your left toes, lift your left knee, right foot steps back. I just looked at the clock and I see I'm already at 21 minutes. So this 20-minute class ain't gonna be 20 minutes, sorry. Left leg lifts on up, I'll have to change the title. Bend that left knee and stack the left hip on top of right hip. Left knee towards left arm. It's so hard to teach a 20-minute class. Inhale, send it up. We need so much work within body. Left knee towards right arm. Send it all the way back up. Bend open and stack. Left shin forward, pigeon left side. Right knee drops, right toes point. Externally rotate left thigh. Lengthen torso, lower the elbows. And soften. Keep in mind, right side, left side, probably different. And it's okay. Right? We know that the body is not symmetrical, but what we're trying to do is create some harmony here. Soften for a moment. Big inhales, slow exhales. I find it like there's a lot of people asking me to do like short classes. They don't have time. And I got it. It's just like there's just so much that we need to address in these times of heavy trauma. Like every single day is like a new traumatic experience for us in pandemic and social issues and political landscape. It's just very difficult right now, and the body takes it, So I really want to make sure that the body's taken care of. All right, hands under shoulders, lift yourself on up, roll to your left hip, sweep this right leg around, and let's ease into Shavasana. So nice work. Heels find the corners of the mat, lay flat. If you have blankets, pillows, bolsters, blocks, whatever you need to support the body, a little external rotation of the thighs so the feet fall open. Palms are up by the side body or left hand to heart, right hand to belly. Tuck your chin, close your eyes, soften your jaw. And as you soften into your Shavasana, I'm going to let you hang out here for about 2 minutes. But if you have time to do more, stay in your Shavasana for 5 minutes. And if you got it, 10 minutes. Allow your body to process this movement, this energy, and give yourself a break. So allow the breath to become a little bit more of a whisper. Soften the eyes in their sockets. Relax the jaw, and a moment here of gratitude, loving kindness for your body and where you are. Once again, if you have time to stay in Shavasana longer, please do that. If your day is waiting for you, gently start to deepen the breath. Start to awaken the body by wiggling the fingers and toes, rolling the wrists and ankles, rocking the head from side to side, and extending the arms up over your head as you stretch from your fingers all the way down to your toes. On the exhalation, draw the knees towards the belly, chest, wrap the arms around the legs, give a little squeeze, a little loving kindness. And then right arm reaches up over your head, roll to your right side, and give yourself a moment. Acknowledge your body, your practice, and the opportunity we have to move through this day mindful of our needs, and when appropriate, taking action to support ourselves. Softly pressing your hands into the floor, bring yourself up into a comfortable seat. And with a nice long spine, hands to knees or thighs, tuck the chin. Take a nice big inhale through your nose, exhale out your mouth. Bring the hands together, thumbs towards the heart. Thank you guys so much for sharing your practice. Have a beautiful day, and namaste. Nice work, yogis. If you'd like to give me a thumbs up, comments and questions in the comment section below. Make sure you subscribe. Peace. I love you guys, and see you soon.